Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, September 29th, and today we'll cover the weekly update for the Defiance ETFs. So what I'm showing on the screen real quick is if you go to the Defiance website, Jeppy's gone. Sad day here, but it shows WDTE, which I guess that's what they had to do based on limited information that I have. But it looks like they were someone forced their hand to change their ticker, which I think is completely ridiculous. But a lot of things aren't even updated on the website still for WDTE, like net assets and things. Also, my spreadsheet formulas are not updated for WDTE. But the distribution schedule is. So if you go here, where is it? Scroll down. All right, so the next declaration date is tomorrow on September 30th. And then after that, you see they turn into weekly. So this next declaration date, this is going to be applicable to a month's worth of distributions one more time. And then after that, it'll be weekly. So I'll do the video just as I normally do today, and then probably starting next week's, I'm going to combine Defiance with Roundhill, the videos, and we'll see how it goes. So anyway, let's get to the spreadsheet. If you hear dripping, it's the gutter because it's been raining nonstop. So real quick, QQQY, we'll go over them first. At least their formulas are working. Since last week, it looks like we ended at month to date, we had -9 cents. So for the week, we made 12 cents, then 13 cents, 11 cents, 19 cents, and then we lost 18 cents on the Friday. So month to date, we made 28 cents, which was an 11% recovery rate. Obviously not ideal, but at least they were in the pot. They are in the positive. Again, the month started off really, really bad. So hopefully when they go, they change their prospectus. Right now they strive for 0.25% daily. And now they're going to strive for 0.15% daily. So they'll sell puts that are not as far in the money maybe, or at the money, but we'll see what it looks like. Total return, they are at 12% from inception to date. Again, this is with dividends but not dividend reinvestment. WDTE, as mentioned, the formulas are not updating. It doesn't recognize the ticker, so it is what it is. So unfortunately we can't cover that. IWMY, we left off month-to-date income at 75 cents. And then we lost 26 cents. Then we lost 4 cents. Well, actually, no, I should have highlighted. Where is it? Probably around the... what did I highlight on the QQQY tab? The 20th. Yeah, should have highlighted the 20th. All right, so we'll start at the 20th. So basically, we lost 4 cents. We made 10 cents. We lost 39 cents on the 25th. That pretty much sucks. The 26th, we made 17 cents. And then the 27th, we made 3 cents. Month-to-date income is at 36 cents for IWMY. Recovery rate from the prior distribution, 9.85%. Again, not the greatest, but total return from inception, 14.74%. SPYT, they made 7 cents, lost 1 penny, lost 2 pennies, and then made 5 cents. So they're at 28 cents month to date. That's a recovery rate of 85%. So they just about recovered that full distribution that was paid previously. Their total return is up 9.75%. USOY, since the last update, they made 8 cents, and then they had a rough 2 days. They lost 25 cents, then they lost 43 cents, but they got 20 cents back. However, they're in the negative 45 cents. They're also in the negative for total return from when they launched. negative 4.82%. QQQT, they made 7 cents, then they made 3 cents, then they made 4 cents, and then they made 12 cents, and then they ended the week, unfortunately, with a loss of 9 cents. But guess what? Overall, month to date, they made 37 cents, and that means they recovered their full distribution and then some. So they recovered their full distribution plus an additional 15%. So that's pretty damn good. And it actually finally puts them at a positive total return. So good job, QQQT. Summary tab. This is not updated because I don't have the latest distributions or anything. But I did update the status on the current share changes. Unfortunately, WDTE, as you saw on the website, is not updated. So we'll talk about the others. QQQY had an increase, outstanding shares, by 75,000. That's about 3 creation units, I believe. IWMY had an increase of 150,000 outstanding shares. SPYT had an increase of 25,000. USOY, an increase of 50,000. And QQQT had an increase of 0. Now this, if you saw my interview Monday with Jay and Sylvia, they mentioned that they were kind of surprised that QQQT is not, as large as, it's not growing as fast as they thought. But I told them, SPYT is only large because it had a little more time. And I also mentioned to them, I think IWMT will be a bigger hit. But yeah, if you haven't seen that interview, by the way, there was a lot of Defiance talk. So if you guys are interested in that discussion, check out the video. I'll pin it if I remember to the top of the comments here. But yeah, WDTE, unfortunately, looks like it's not updated yet. Hopefully they update the crap soon. But time will tell. Real quick, too, since they declare, I figured why not throw a guesstimate up for fun. I'm not going to do estimates after this because they're gonna pay weekly. So what the hell's the point, right? If I'm not tracking the daily trades, there's no point on doing estimates on a weekly basis on these. But either way, what is QQQY going to pay? I threw up 265. Again, that's kind of probably lowballing it. That comes to a yield of 87%. Their prior distribution was 345, so I'm probably super lowballing it. WDTE, I said 225. That's a 61% yield. IWMY, I'm guessing 325. That's a 105% yield. SPYT and QQQT, they're always straightforward. SPYT will be 34 cents. That's a 20% yield. QQQT will be 33 cents. That's also a 20% yield. Again, these are going to be 20% no matter what on an annualized basis. USOY is always tricky, but I'll guess 95 cents. That's a 75% yield. Okay, so like I said, things are changing. So I'm working on something. If we go here to, I have a Defiance versus Roundhill spreadsheet. Now, the plan is I'm just going to, do what I do once a week, cover the funds, and I'll cover, the comparable funds like QQQY versus QDTE. And I will show, what the NASDAQ did, okay? And then what QQQY did and what QDTE did. And then I could show you guys on a week in and week out basis, how they did comparable to the NASDAQ and how they did comparable to themselves. So we can get an idea, this is for me too, we can get an idea of how, could these be a good investment together? Could these complement each other? Or is one just so much better than the other that it's not even worth buying, the other one? Obviously, I'll add the distributions on here because they'll drop on ex-dividend date, which will affect the price. So that'll be a work in progress. And then you'll see on the right, you'll see winner and whether it's a tie. And then we'll tally up each week. And we'll have a winner each week and we'll go from there. So I think it'll be overall a good video. I'm probably going to start tracking this on, I don't know, maybe Monday or maybe the following week. I really wanted to do it, because the problem if I started this Monday, the ex-dividend date for the next payment on Defiance is going to be a big drop. So it's not really fair. I don't know. We'll see. But this is kind of the format, so I'll have one for these two, then I'll have one for WDTE and XDTE, and then one for the IWMY and RDTE. And I think it'll be awesome, honestly. I think it's going to be a good series because I'm covering both. And then obviously at the same time, I can cover the distributions that they paid, what they're yielding, kill them both at the same video. And I think it's perfect because also, I'm working on the pivot table. I'm struggling with, I'm used to Microsoft Excel. I'm really, good with Excel, but Google Sheet pivot tables, not my strength. I'll have to figure out how I can make that look clean. And again, the reason I can cover these like this, if you look, check out the schedule, right? Declaration date, 10/9, 10/16, payment date, 10/11, 10/18, right? So if you go here on Roundhill, declaration date 10/9, payment 10/11, right? Declaration date 10/16, payment 10/18. So they're going to have the same schedule. X date 10/10. So X date here. Where do we go? 10. Where the hell is it? 10/10, right? So it looks like they're going to have the same exact schedule. And since they're selling 0 to 1 DTE, I think it's safe to say these can be very comparable. And I have no issue covering them, together, just like this, because I always do want to cover both funds. And people always ask, can you cover Roundhill more? And this is the way to do it. It'll just be added essentially to the Sunday version of my Defiance. And so it'll be a Defiance versus Roundhill Sunday morning video. Let me know what you guys think of it. I think it'll be fine. Obviously, you could see to the right, this is actual data. It's showing who's winning, who's not. But this is, I guess I'll go to the latest week and we'll see what happened. Let me go to September for what it's worth. All right, so I don't know when was Roundhill's last X date. If we go there, when was our last payment? Those are pendings. Here's their last X date was 9/26, so we can ignore that day, right? Because it's QQQY obviously gonna win that day, but the day after that, QDTE won. But let's go from the 25th up, and we'll look at a few. So on September 25th, the NASDAQ went up 0.14%. QQQY went up 0.3%, and QDTE went up 0.31%. So that's a win for QDTE. Let's look at September 24th. So September 24th, the NASDAQ went up 0.47%. QQQY went up 0.36%, and QDTE went up 0.52%. So that's another nudge, another nod, and another win for the QDTE fund. All right, we'll do one more for fun. September 21st, the NASDAQ went up 0.31%, and QQQY beat it. It went up 0.33%, but guess what? QDTE beat that. It got 0.36%. So far, QDTE in the win bucket. And then obviously you go up further, you see QQQY with a few wins. If we have a NASDAQ down day, let's look at the last X date. So 9/19, we'll ignore that date. So let's look at a down day. Okay, so 9/18. What are we saying? Yeah, 9/19 was when was the last X date again? Oh my god, I'm brain dead. Yeah, 9/19. How'd they win? They still beat the QQQY. I don't know. 9/18. The NASDAQ went down 0.45%. QQQY only went down 0.06%, but QDTE went down 0.27%. Okay, so on down days, again, we'll see how. Again, I don't want to compare now because the strategy has changed, so it's not fair to do it. But I'm just showing you how this is kind of going to work. And there will be, hopefully a better process in place. It's a work in progress, guys. So don't judge me yet. But I think you guys will love it. All right. As always, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you have fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we'll try again next week. My plan, to be honest, I sold out of all of these funds on my Retire Now account, because that account is what I track. I track how much I make every single month. And I don't want weeklies, to be honest, in that account. I do want weeklies in my other account that I'm not tracking to detail. And this account is the one that's actually paying me an income, and it's paying my car payment. So these are now part of my dividend car account. And I did add them. I added all 6 of those funds to the dividend car account so they can supplement the income for MSTY. And I feel very good about it. Unfortunately, the market's been green, so I haven't really been able to buy into all the funds and increase the positions, but I just at least made a starter position. We'll see how it goes. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or concerns for the future content, as far as Roundtable versus Defiance, if you have suggestions, please let me know. And outside of that, not sure what else to cover, but I think it'll be a good series going forward. Again, time will tell. I still got to make a thumbnail. I got work to do, but feeling a little better. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes. But again, that's all I got for today. Again, I think they'll declare tomorrow, and then they'll begin their process of, based on the new prospectus, right? I'm talking about Defiance, of course, because if you go to their latest prospectus that is filed, what is it? Oh, geez, what in the actual hell? Click on QQQY. What is the date? September 11th. When is this in effect? It's in effect September 26th right here. So obviously it's already in motion. So I guess I could essentially do a comparison starting that date. However, it's kind of hard because we have another massive distribution coming out of Defiance, and then the weeklies will start. So I'll kind of keep it clean, keep it an even slate. We can do the comparison maybe next week just for fun, but I'm officially going to start the true comparison probably the following week, if you get what I'm saying. Anyway, guys, I think that's enough for this week's video. If you made it this far in the video, I guess I got to come up with a freaking keyword. And today's keyword is freaking WDTE, because it's annoying, right? WDTE, like how does that even fit, into these funds? I miss Jeppy. Jeppy was a great name, right? But now we got to say QQQY, IWMY, and WDTE. No, not fun. But anyway, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, all you have to do is type in frickin' WDTE. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Take care.